Behind the Scenes. I'm your host Freya, and today my guest is Sai.
Hello.
So yeah, welcome to the podcast suite studio. All very new to you, I'm sure.
Yes, this is only the third time we've attempted to do this podcast. First time someone stole the chip
Oops.
and deleted it. Second time someone didn't get the focus right. So who knows what will happen third time.
Oh yeah.
Third time's on me, I think, if it doesn't work.
I was going to say, what's the phrase? Like, fool me once.
Yeah, shame
Twice.
on you.
3 times.
Yeah.
But that was the point of this podcast. We wanted this to be very, how do I say? Obviously, we're used to manning the cameras and things, but we wanted this to be a space where people can come and be independent and not have a crew watching.
Yeah.
So that was the point of figuring that out with our internal team. So
Absolutely. And we always ask our
process.
customers and clients to go on camera and talk, and we're like, oh, it'll be easy. And then when it's switched around on us, it's not so easy. So.
It's quite amusing to see how different people are responding to the camera, to being in front of the cameras.
Yeah.
Because you guys are always behind the cameras. But obviously different setting, how the roles reverse. But yeah, so you are, I want to say producer. Are you producer as well, your job title? Do you want to tell me a bit about your role?
Yeah, so I'm a producer here at 7video, so that kind of covers quite a lot of things downstairs, so filming, editing, organising shoots, speaking to clients, working with production manager Millie to work out logistics and things like that. So it kind of covers a lot of things. I've had a few different roles since we've been here, or just title changes, but it's kind of all the same. You kind of dig in and kind of help everyone out and things like that. So
yeah. So, well, you say it's all the same, but what has changed? How long have you been here now, and what's
So I think I'm the longest here, bar Pete. So I think I'm 11, maybe 12 years coming up now. So I started off as, I suppose, just a freelancer helping out Pete, and he was kind of helping me out because I was at uni at the time. I was doing sports journalism and PR, and the kind of role here suited that a little bit. It was like, talking to clients and things like that. So I was helping him on shoots, and this was back when the business was kind of predominantly in Coventry. It was still in Shrewsbury, but Pete was living in Coventry. So most of our shoots started with me getting the train to Birmingham International and then going off all around the country and doing stuff. And then I got into a bit of a crossroads in life. I didn't know which way I was going to go. And Pete kind of said, well, I think he was a bit tired of being a one-man band kind of thing, and said, like, well, if you want to join, we'll see where it goes. I think within a year we'd hired someone. So I don't know if I wasn't doing the job he wanted, so he had to go get another person in to do it, or he just thought, let's see where we can take this. And we made some really good hires. People like Rob, Amy at the time, really took us up to a level. And as we've got bigger, we had people like Callum join, and Lewis part of the animation team, and that part of the business grew. And then it's been nice because when someone's left, we've brought in other people who've got just as good skills or different skills and things like that. So it feels like we've always been progressing as well, which is really nice. But it's changed quite a bit in since I've been here. So gone from 2 people to I think 16, and then we went down to about 12, 13. So lots of changes.
All along the ways of life.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's been good. And it's not just it's never been just a job. It's always been, I think for me, it's always felt a little bit more because it's Pete, who I've known for years. So it's always felt like, it's not, and I think, credit to him, he's always done well in not making it like it's his business. It's always felt like it's ours, and everyone's always had a say. And I think the direction we've gone has been down to what people have thought and said, and kind of, group discussions and, well, where do we think we should go? And, it's not just been his vision, say, and he's just gone along with it. He's always kind of taken everyone's opinion and thoughts with it. So, it's
nice. It's a very involved team, and I noticed that just when I started here. Everyone does get their say, which is quite nice to be part of.
And as I said about everyone having different skills, Pete will come down a lot and he'll want to speak to Scott about something, or want to speak to Adam about something, or Tom and Bryce, and it's just like, oh, okay, he knows what people's skills are and how to utilize them best, I think, and that's what I think we've got that's going here. Always feels like no one's on the same level because everyone's got a different skill set. And
it's nice, you learn from each other though as well. When someone new comes in, bring someone else at something else. And it's quite nice because I think we take on these people with these different, bringing different skills, but also different skills gaps. Like, it's like they bring something, they learn something. Do you know what I mean? It is that very tight team kind of.
I mean, one of the guys was saying to me the other day about when he joined, he was really nervous about being able to do one aspect of the job. But being here and seeing other people do it, and just also having that other person sometimes on a shoot with you to just reaffirm, like, yeah, that's right. Or like, oh yeah, just move it a little bit. It's like, it does take a pressure off you.
I think our whole team's capable of like a one-man shoot, but that extra reassurance and having someone to bounce off and check things with when there's more of you, I think makes the difference.
That's it, yeah. And when sometimes it's a bit different because I think when you're with a company, you're going off to shoot something and then next day you're doing something else. So it's nice to have that other person with you to be able to go, all right, well, you can do this bit while I think about this, or, so it is nice. And as I say, I think working with a team, you can enhance everyone's skills a bit. And, the biggest thing I always say to people is, who join is like, if you don't know, just ask and say, and don't be afraid to be, like, oh, I don't want to say I'm not good at this because they'll take the mick or people look down. It's like, no, this person didn't know how to do this before they asked, or vice versa. So and I'm usually the one saying I don't know how to do this.
But also everyone comes from different backgrounds, because you were saying your degree isn't necessarily like production or even post-production based, and not everyone here has qualifications in film or anything relevant. Some do, some don't, but I think attitude goes a long way. If you're willing to pick it up and have a go and ask questions when you need to, then it works with the team. We're all here to help, so that's nice.
Absolutely. It's one thing we always, when we get work experience people in, it's like, it's the attitude you look for first, because skills you can teach, skills you can learn, but attitude, it's hard to embed in someone if they don't already have that solid foundation of like a good work ethic and things like that. So
I did want to ask, actually, you said that when you joined 7video because you were doing parts for Pete, bits of freelance work. How did you meet Pete originally?
So we'd known each other back in school. So secondary school, so we were like 11, 12, I think we met. Decent friends through school, but I think towards the end of school we got a bit closer. And then when we were in college, we had similar interests and things like that, mostly The Simpsons and Naked Gun and things like that. And then we went traveling together when we were younger, and kind of formed a friendship that's still going strong now. So
well, if you've managed to make it this far, I think it goes a bit all right.
Yeah. It's always a bit of a hard balance with talking to someone the other day about your friends, but one of you is the boss and one of you works for that person.
Yeah.
But as I say, it's never, I think with everyone, I don't think Pete's ever been like, you work for me, or,
it's not like a power trip.
No, exactly. And we've always been quite good at being able to separate work from a home life or personal life and things like that. So, but I think it does make you want to go, the extra mile sometimes to, make sure he's happy with what you're doing and stuff.
Yeah, I like that, not just Pete, but like the team as well. We're all invested, I don't want to say like in it, but everything, like each other's projects, our own projects. And I think when you have that passion and you care, I think working for someone who didn't care would be, a bit degrading. It's like, I really care about what I do. And if Pete didn't, we'd all still get on with our jobs. But knowing that he cares, knowing that the rest of the team are, mentally invested in it, I don't know, it makes you, more personally driven, because it's not only would you be, disappointing yourself kind of thing if you weren't like, getting it done, but knowing there are people waiting on it, and not just in like a deadlines way, but in like, I want to see this, like I want to see you succeed, get this project done. It's nice to feel like you've got a little bit, just a little bit of applause waiting, or a little bit of a crew champion where you go.
I think that's you know, because we're a small business, and I've worked in the past, I've had loads of different jobs, like big companies, small companies, and you do get to realise, I think here, because Pete is quite open and he wants people involved, is like you realise how much everything counts, you know. So a bad video that goes out or a spelling mistake on something, it looks bad on you. And you know, something that's driven into me early doors was, you know, when people come choose us to work with them and produce a video, it's a massive commitment from them. You know, they're like letting you into their business, they're letting you into out of their home to show everything that they've done, and you know, it's their proudest, you know, owning a business, so it's such a proud achievement for them. And for us to have that honour of telling that story of how it came about or how it's going or what their next level is, it's a really big honour and a big, you know, entrustment in us to do it right. So I think that's where that team effort comes from, of making sure everyone's on board and wants to do the best thing, is because everyone knows really whatever video goes out, that's our show reel, you know, and it's our name on it. So but it's kind of what I like. Yeah, it's nice to have that other pair of eyes to go, oh, actually, why don't you do this, or why don't you try that? And what I like is I've say been here nearly from the start. It's just some of the videos we make now are just unbelievable. You know, they're really, really good. I saw one just the other day. I won't say which one it is because he'll date it and give him a big head. But it was so good. You know, I watched it and I thought, wow, like that's ours. You know,
I like the anticipation of like when the guys come back from a shoot or they're planning a shoot and they're really invested and they're going, we could do this, oh, and we could do this, and everyone's pitching in, and then they come back and they filmed it and they're like, oh, you know, we're going to edit this, you know, how was your shoot? They talk about their day, and then I feel like I've watched the trailer, heard the pitch of like a feature film, and I you know, obviously you get to learn your clients and things as well, and everyone that's coming and going. So I'm really waiting for that output. It's like I've heard all the ideas and how it's built and where it's come from, and I can't wait to see how that's gone from, you know, this brief on a piece of paper, or, you know, maybe even just an idea, and then been built into this performance and like captured. And I know not everybody's gonna, that might seem a little bit over invested for what might be a corporate film to some people, but I think that does help that I come from the, you know, see the back end of it and the team working on it so hard. Like I really do love seeing the output of all of that. Yeah,
it's really nice when you can see someone get almost so carried away with it. You know, like someone like Scott, it's like a piece of music to him making a video. You can see how he's almost dancing in his head while he's planning it, and sometimes you think like, I don't know what you're going to do with this, and he just pulls it out of the bag, and you think, wow, like, where was your brain when you thought of doing that or trying that? And the same with Adam, same with Isaac, same with Tom, same with Bryce. They can do these edits where you just think, oh, that was just a standard event. They're able to see further, and, you know, I can add this, I can bring this to it and bring this to life. And you think like, wow. And that's something I hold my hands up and say, like, I don't have that. I don't think, I'm a bit hard on myself sometimes, but I don't have that they have that. They can see it so clearly. I have to get it all, put it together, and then try and work out the pieces. Whereas they're very quick, like, yeah, I know where this is going. Yeah. And it's great. And I love being able to watch that and see things at the end and go like, fair play, that's brilliant. Yeah, no, I was going to say, I think you're a bit harsh on yourself as well, because the team talk very fondly of your work and things, and very respectfully. So, you know, I think it's one of those things that you'll think about more. And also, I think it's one of those things you don't really realise. Some people are like real planners, and they can picture it, they know exactly what they want. And some people, you know, could plan if you wanted them to plan, but will bring it together all the same on the day when they're filming it, seeing it, or, you know, it all comes together in the edit. I think different people can thrive more in different parts of the production, which I know is why lots of places will do, you know, you have someone to film, someone to edit kind of thing. But I think it's really nice to have the opportunity to be part of all of those stages. You know, you can see a project all the way through, which I always think is nice. Yeah. But, well, you've worked on a lot of projects. Do you have any in particular that you want to talk about? Any that stand out to you? I really like, I think I really like case studies, like telling people stories. And some of the ones we did a few years ago with the Shrewsbury Town community was really great because, you know, football's a big part of my life. Working with all sorts of people, different kinds of people who love football as well. You know, you think sometimes a football club is 11 players, but it's so much more, like all the supporters groups, all the community staff. And being able to tell some of those stories was really good. I did a lot at the beginning when it was just like me and Pete and Rob. I did a lot of those kind of stories, but as we developed, Joe, who worked with us, he took that on and he just like made magic with some of them. They were really, really nice, you know, TV quality pieces of work. And it's nice because he then got the chance to go to Wolves, which is his football team. And it's nice that those jobs that we did with the community kind of gave him that base to be able to show Wolves, like, oh, this is what I've that was like a really good moment. 'Cause even though it wasn't me that got that job, which I've always wanted that job in football, but him getting it was awesome. And yeah, it was nice that kind of all tied together, really.
Yeah, you always talk about Joe like he's like a long lost little brother.
Oh, he's lovely, Joe. And again, he's another lad who came in quite green, you know, from uni, but picked it up. And again, you talk about attitude. Like he came in with that, that sponge effect. Like I want to learn, I want to be taught. And he did a lot, and he took his game. And now, like, we can see little things that when we do an edit, it's like, oh, that's a Joe thing. And it's like, oh yeah, like Joe taught us that.
That's a Joe thing.
Yeah. And it's nice, and all the lads still like, you know, like, oh, look at the video he's just done. It's like, oh, you know. And again, his game's gone up and up and up, and you know, sky's the limit for him as well. So
I feel like the team does really bond here. Like, and there are lots of colleagues people talk about who have moved on. And not in like I don't know, not in a bad way, just, you know, people come and go.
Yeah.
It's nice to be part of their stories, I guess. But to see the team still keep in touch, speak fondly, and, you know, look at their work and things is just very nice to see that kind of, you know, community that goes beyond the internal team at 7video. But you get that with clients as well, I think. You know, some of them we spend more time with outside of work as well, and the team go off and chat with them still. And there are some that the team do look forward to seeing. I don't say more than others, but there are some that they particularly go, yeah, that'll be a good shoot, that'll be a good day.
Yeah,
good company as well.
Again, going on about different people's skills, different personalities as well. So we do get clients that are like, oh, I really want to work with that person because they bring this, and you know, they get a different vibe off them, or they get the energy, and you know, everyone here is different personality, but all our clients are different personalities as well. So it's like sometimes it's a perfect match with them, and you think, oh yeah, you know. Sometimes when we get jobs in, we think, yep, you've got to send this person because yeah, they'll love them, or they'll get on well with them, and yeah, it works quite nicely.
Just having a think. Wanted to check that I'd gotten everything, but I think that's been a really nice overview of your work life and your work journey. It feels a little bit sentimental.
Yeah, it does. I don't know, sometimes it does feel like you're passing the torch. You know, I think we've always got to be careful in our industry. We've always got to keep on top of things, you know, and like what's the latest trend and stuff like that. And to be fair, the guys here, they help keep me in it as well. You know, the last thing I ever want to be is that old guy that has one set way of doing it and that's how I do it, you know. But the guys here, they come in and they've got new ideas and stuff like that. Any ones that have been here for a while, you know, they do a lot of research and things like that, and see what's hot, see what's not. And
yeah, it's good to have a team of people doing that together though, so it's not all, do you know what I mean, on one person to come up with all these things. Because I don't know, I think collaboration is such a massive aspect of creative jobs, but particularly, you know, what we do with production. Yeah,
it really has to be. And sometimes it's an industry that you can't be sentimental, you can't take things too personally. Sometimes I think we've had it before where you have an idea and someone runs with a different idea and it's like, wow. You know,
I have a vision.
Yeah, it's like, well, that hurts. And, you know, I really like that idea. But you've just got to sometimes go, okay, that is the better idea. Right, let's run with that. And maybe this idea will be used for something else. But it's a good thing. Sometimes it can be brutal and it's like, no, I don't like that. You think, oh, really? But it's like, okay, let's see where we go with this idea. So
yeah, and everyone gets their pitch. I mean, everyone gets their opinion, put it forward, give an idea.
Yeah, well, that's why I think the job roles changed a little bit, because I think we went through a stage where it's just I think me and Ad and Rob as producers, and I think we even noticed, we were like, well, we don't want it just to be our footprint on every job, like everyone who does a job with me, it's like, oh, that's a side job, or that's an Adam job. We wanted to be like, well, no, why can't it be a Bryce job? Why can't it be an Isaac job? Yeah,
we've got more than 3 creative minds here. Let's use everything we've got.
Exactly. So that's why we had a bit of a change. I think it was at first done because we were less, me, Adam and Rob, because of like family and children coming into the equation, it was like, oh, we were going out a little bit less. So it's like, oh, well, you've got more time to think about stuff. But I think the way we do it now is it's great to see, people like Isaac going out and doing very random social shoots that you can talk more about on roller skates and skateboards, and you think, wow, like, yep, I probably wouldn't have come up with that suggestion. That's completely down to him, but it works so well, and it really suits that client. So as we were saying about what client works well with, that idea is brilliant. I
also quite like seeing the match between clients and team members. Like sometimes a brief comes in and then it comes to the team and it's like, yeah, we've got this job. Who's going to be the person to lead this if it's a bigger shoot? And kind of seeing how people go, oh, but this person's good for this, and then seeing, I don't know, how everybody's brain kind of not just goes, I want this, putting each other forward, suggesting different people's skills for different things. It really does feel like even if one person's directing a shoot, it's everybody's collaboration still, and seeing everyone pitching for each other and also recognizing each other's strengths is so nice to see. Like everyone, and sometimes it's not always what you might have pictured, not from a client perspective, but I mean, if you had this idea, someone else is directing it, you do what they do. Sometimes you learn from their ideas and you think, oh, but I have the idea, I can really picture it. You see the end product and you go, oh, I wouldn't have thought about it like that, and that's work too. Yeah. So, having all those people to bounce ideas off of, I think is such a strength. I really, really do.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's some big projects which I think some of the other guys have referred to in terms of like Midlands Ambulance and Shropshire Fire and Rescue. And it is nice looking at the videos because you can almost tell by each shot, you're almost like, oh, I was doing the lighting on that. I was like, oh, that was my idea to have him go up the stairs, or oh, that was Isaac's idea to come out in that with that FPV drone. And it's really nice. So it might be someone directed it, someone produced it, someone filmed it, someone lit it. But, it all, like, everyone had a piece of it. And I think the video we did with Midlands last year where Bryce was kind of the director, the behind the scenes of that video is really good because it shows everyone doing a different role. And even Millie came out as production manager. Who doesn't come out on a lot of shoots, but she came out keeping us all on schedule, talking with the client. Everyone had a role. Even I was acting in it at one point, not my finest moment, although see where it takes me next year. But
don't get a day job.
Yeah, it was just it's that brutalness again. It was just really nice to see like everyone had such an important role of it, and everyone comes out like, yeah, that feels like part of me is in that, and
Yeah, no, I really do love seeing the team work together. I could talk all day about it. But moving on from work though, because you're obviously very interesting side the producer, but outside of work, I know that you're side the dad, you're side the football man. What else do you do? What takes up your time outside of the working hours?
Most of the time it's my boys. So I've got 2 boys, Bray and Cody. So a lot of the time it's with them. But I like football. I'm more of a watcher now than a player. I like the tennis. So obviously Wimbledon's been on. So that's been good to watch. And I've got into walking lately, like the last year or so.
Making your degree choice really line up here.
Yeah.
Always like your sports then.
Yeah. I've always been into sports, but I got 2 not great knees. So walking, I think, has been it's been great for me. It's been a real breath of fresh air and a confidence boost for me, because when you've had injuries and you play football and stuff, it's like it can get you down a bit when you can't do what you used to do or can't do what you want to do and things like that. And
it's regulation as well, I think. When you lose that, you feel better after that, letting all the energy out, work with the team. It's good stimulation for your brain, your body, it all goes well together. And then when you lose that, not just through your, through your injury, but also you lose that kind of routine and that structure and that sense of purpose, I think, and that pride that comes with it, and losing all of that, because of an injury, knowing that there's only so much you can do about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can be really difficult.
I think if you speak to a lot of, say, professional footballers, they'll say that, like, they don't miss the game, but they miss the camaraderie and they miss, like, the banter and things like that. And I definitely did that after I finished playing football, which was just kind of Sunday league and with my mates. It's hard when they carry on and then they're doing this and they're doing that, or they're running and they're entering marathons, and you think like, oh. And I think it was actually Callum as well here who started running the marathon that really made me start thinking like, well, maybe if I can't run, but I can do something else. And that's when I discovered this challenge for Alzheimer's disease, doing 26.8 miles in Snowdon, and I was like, oh, right, I'll do it. And I'm lucky I had 8 of my friends join me as well. And
did you start it?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's nice. I knew a group of you had gone. I wasn't sure where it had started.
Yeah, because I think in our social group, I've always been the one kind of like, someone else will come up with the idea and it's like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Or, the guys have run marathons in like Paris and London and things like that. And it's I've always just been like so full of admiration, but also so jealous. I'm like, oh, that's such a cool thing to do. And I've always wanted my boys to be able to see me do something. And they were just a bit too young to see me play football. So yeah, being able to like go on this walk and come home with a medal and, put it around them and stuff was like big tick for me,
That's really sweet.
Yeah, not just as a dad, but as a person, it really kind of helped me find myself a little bit again. So
yeah, it's that kind of regaining that pride and that, you got your friends, your community together and things as well, and the sense of achievement, but then also taking that home and having your 2 biggest fans right there to share it with. You've just gained an extra audience, an extra pair of biggest fans. So that must be really nice to share that achievement with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if they can, they can see that, well, my dad can do it as old as he is and as bad as his knees are, then, nothing's stopping me. But also like being here, like, Callum with his running, Bryce obviously did his unbelievable challenge as well, but they were supportive as well. And me and Bryce did pre-walks before we did the big one. And that was just, again, really cool to do. And, because it can be a lonely thing walking, especially on your own. So it was nice. I had Bryce come out with me a few times and stuff like that. So.
Do you think that a lot of things go through this office in waves? I've heard of it and I've seen it with, apparently one of them joined the gym, then a load of them joined the gym and the boys, and, Cal's running marathons, and I think Corbett's recently done a race. I don't know the details, but I know Tom was added me on Strava. It's made me start to think about whether I want to start running again.
Yeah.
And you and Bryce walking together as well. Going out into Wales together. I know you picked him up after or dropped him off to one of his walks as well. I don't know, that whole everyone going, yeah, I'll join in, and everyone also being very welcoming to have people join in with their different hobbies and stuff is really nice to see. I
think it shows again that camaraderie here, and again how well everyone gets on, because you're right, someone joins a gym and then it has that knock-on effect, and I think it's only for the positive as well. It's like people are getting in shape, or people are looking after themselves, and people who haven't run before, I think Rob and Lewis have both started joining Callum on his runs, and it's really good. Millie's going to the gym every day, so it's a good positive mindset to have. And I think especially what we do, it's easy to go, oh, tiring day, I'll just go home and do nothing. It's nice to think, like, actually no, and you almost motivate a little bit more, because well, they'll go to the gym tonight probably. They'll go tomorrow morning, and
then you're getting FOMO as well. So it's like, oh, I need to go, because not only will I regret not going, they're going to have a nice time and I'm not going to be there.
Exactly. But I say it's a positive thing, and same with bikes now.
I'm working on it.
Someone bought a bike in, and then next thing you know, someone else has got a bike, and someone else wants a bike, and
7video MC coming soon.
Watch this space.
Well, we've got a yellow one and a blue one, so Pete worked out that we just need a couple more. Yeah, we need a pink one and a green one, and then we can, we've got 7video colours, and we have them lined up outside the front of the office, and we're sorted.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's marketing.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm just bringing in expensive inspiration. Everyone needs to get a bike.
Yeah.
And I filled the freezer with ice cream. So yeah, I'm not bringing any fitness hobbies to sweep the office, but I'll do my bit.
We've done a few squat challenges, so they were eye-opening, yeah.
As long as it's not a pool competition. I know we've got the pool table in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
But,
we've had a few competitions with a pool, because we created a game actually. It's called it Number Wang, which was a rip-off from a name of a game on a TV show. But I think me and Rob created it, and we came up with all these rules and stuff like that. But what's nice is like people like Amy who worked here and gone off. When she was on honeymoon, she was at a pool table, and she texts in like, just teaching some locals Number Wang, and it's like,
oh,
go.
She's got branding in the name though.
Well, yeah, it's a very
spread the name across the world.
I'm not self-promoting, but it is a great game.
Yeah, well, you'll have to teach me.
Yeah, it's something different from regular pool. It means that even if it was made for, if you're not a very good pool player, you can still play this game and win. It's still a way of doing it. Maybe
we should film it, make a tutorial.
Yeah, we have talked about it. We've talked about it going global, European rules, British rules. Yeah, different continents, different rules.
Wow, this was not like an afternoon, like a lunchtime quick.
No, Rob's got the rules written somewhere. And we're going to like put them in funny paper and write them in like the Declaration of Independence or something. It's a good game. Yeah. We have a World Cup Wang at Christmas, and I think Mike was the last one to win it. But Mike was a great one. Mike was a great character you would have loved. Who he brought a lot of like energy into the group. He was a more experienced guy, and he was brilliant. He had some stories. Yeah. And but he's gone on now. He's writing for some really big TV shows and stuff. So he's doing really well. Yeah. But he played a big part in a lot of the things here. He was I think he was here for about 2 years, but he had a big influence here.
Yeah, everyone has their part in the story, don't they? It's quite nice. Everybody leaves their footprint.
It's a good way of saying it, actually. Yeah, I think everyone does. Like, everyone still gets talked about. Yeah. Who was here.
It's not like people leave and then, it doesn't become like an awkward taboo. Like, they disappear. I don't know. I like that... I like that people are kind of held on to here and still spoken of fondly, like you have. Yeah. But I'm incredibly overly sentimental, so I'm like, oh, that's so kind. How nice of you. But just really does just show the community aspect of it. Yeah. And my favourite sweep of the office since I've started has been the Nerf guns. I'm not sure I can shoot you on camera. We're gonna get double cancelled. But yeah.
Nice.
No, when I started, I
slow that down.
Not really. Yeah, I was gonna say not really, but I'm not actually sure, and there is evidence. So.
True. Thank you for that.
But yeah, that was the office sweep that got me. I started, and I was like, what? I'm like one of the only ones with that Nerf gun. So. I just remembered that was there from earlier.
I know.
So might as well.
When my boys come in sometimes at like 5:30 and they see all the Nerf bullets and the Nerf guns, they're like, Of course, while I'm coming home going like, I've been working all day, they're like, you've been firing Nerf guns. Like,
I think we've given your boys a really unrealistic expectation of the working life. They come in, they sit on the bean bags, collect the Nerf gun darts as well, and they're going to grow up one day, get real corporate jobs maybe, and go. Your guys' bean bags, Nerf guns, and drones and fun things, and Lego. Yeah.
Why are there not 2 dogs running around here?
Yeah.
Well, they do love the dogs as well when they come in.
Yeah, work experience for them. It's not going to be the same as work experiences coming to us.
No, definitely not.
Wow. Thanks for sharing your story.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Nice to hear lots about you professionally and personally. And yeah, lots to take away. But yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Thank you to everybody who's joined and is watching us. There are plenty of other episodes. I've interviewed all of my colleagues now. If you want to go and find the other episodes of 7video behind the scenes, and follow us on social media to keep up with more.